Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So I'm here to do the first page in the Edith Holden Ringbound journal. So for those of you who caught my intro, you'll know this already, but for those of you that didn't, I'm repurposing a project that was going to be Tim Holtz themed. Now it's Edith Holden themed. So in between now and the intro, what I've done is just added book corners, front and back to the cover. I've got the rings on and got the eyelets in just to get us going. And then this was Tim Holtz paper. I've then covered it up with the Edith Holden text. So now we have that front and back. And already I'm feeling much more inspired by this project. So I'm here to do the very first page. And as I said, we're going to take it a page at a time because I've got different ideas for each of them. And almost all the pages, if not all of them, are made from packaging, junk, stuff we would normally throw away. So I'm very excited about that as well. Okay, so this is page 1. So I'll show you what I'm going to have. So I've got this packaging that's going to be on the front of this envelope. So this is going to flip out. And then I want to have this pocket as an up tuck. Obviously I need to cover up the barcode. And then, yeah, we've got this really nice, it's sort of like a creamy, silky colour. So obviously I need to cover up the front here where we've got the my address. But on the back here, I was thinking to potentially try and use the flap as a side tuck. So yeah, that is the plan. So first things first, I need to get a hinge onto this packaging so that I can attach it to the envelope. And because I don't want to cover up the back here, I want to keep this, you know, it's quite nice packaging. I'd like to keep that. So I'm going to attach the hinge, which is just an offcut of cardstock. I've just got various scraps to use up. So I'm going to attach that on the front. And then I think this flap, I'm going to try and attach it inside the envelope so it's hidden. That's what I'm planning anyway. So we shall see what happens. So I'm just going to run some glue along here. So yeah, this was just a scrap of cardstock. I've got a folder full of cardstock scraps that I just dip into every now and again, and ideal for stuff like this where you know, you have no other reason to use it other than to, you know, create hinges or the odd pocket or tuck spot or something. So pop that on there. Obviously I've gone with cardstock that, although this is Tim Holtz themed, oh the irony, I don't mind that you'll be able to see this because it's quite nice. So, you know, you'll be able to see that hinge there along the side. And obviously when we open up the flip out, you might see a little bit down the edge there. I'm okay with that. So yeah, that's why I've chosen, you know, the nice scraps rather than, you know, bright pink or something. Okay, so I want to open up the envelope. Whoops, a daisy. So I'm just going to open up the side here for no other purpose than just simply to get that hinge inside it. So that can then be glued in there when we're ready, but I think I might cover the front of it first. So, because my idea is for this to sit at the bottom, because what I want is there to be different layers, different height of pages through the journal, which I thought would be quite fun. So let's get this covered up. Okie dokie. So I'd like to use this thistles page because where it's a good size, we can get pretty much the whole image onto the packaging. So I'm going to just take off the edge here because obviously where we've got that hinge, I need to make sure that I'm sort of butting up against it. So I'm just using my light to see where I'm going. Take off a little bit more and then I think we'll be good. And yeah, I'm trying very hard to simply use the Edith Holden pages I had left over from last time. So I'm not dismantling any new books for this project until I need to. but the goal is hopefully to get everything done with what I've got left over. Okie dokie. Right, be careful, Justine. You filled up this glue this morning. Don't let it come spurting out. But you do need to let it come out a little bit. Come on. Oh, it's always so tentative when you can feel how heavy it is with all that glue in there. I just don't want it to come spurting out. There we go. Okie dokie. So just get this all along here. There we go. And then I'm using the Kalau, so it'll give me plenty of wiggle room. So I'm just butting up against the crease and just want a little bit more of the thistles. There we go. Okay. Yeah, see what I mean about you'll be able to see the edging down there, just along that spine, but you can't see it from the front if I butt it up a bit more. There we go. And then I'll do a little bit of inking as well. There we go. Okie dokie. I need my trusty scissors. There's been a lot of this in the Edith Holden series so far, lots of matting, lots of gluing and cutting around and everything, but I just wanted to keep things simple, and you know, when you're using book pages, it's good when you can do stuff like this where you just cover up packaging and whatnot. Okay, so that is that. Sorry if I hope I'm not pulling in things. Whoa, my goodness me. I was gonna say, I hope I'm not being, you know, bringing things in too close to me. I feel like I'm tucking in my elbows because it's cold, but yeah, now I need to apologise for being clumsy. My goodness me. So I'm just going around there just to get that done whilst I can. And I'm not going to round the corners. I did think about doing it, but it wouldn't look right with the book page pocket there, I don't think. So that's that, that's ready. So eventually that will hook inside that. Oh, that's going to look so nice. And it doesn't really need anything, it just wants a little label or something on it. Okay, now we have the up tuck, and I thought to try and use these daisies and purple flowers just to get a little bit of something in there. Again, I just want to keep things really easy, so I'm just going to come along here. I have a whole bunch of book page ephemera. I think I did a video of just, you know, doing a bunch of things on the screen whilst I chatted about something, but it's been really useful just to have them as bases. Obviously I'm covering the whole thing with the Edith Holden, but I could have decorated it up, but you know, I think the book was something to do with golf, so it's not the most exciting text and not the most exciting to look at either. So for this, I thought I'm just going to go ahead and, sorry, I was just trying to see if I could get more of the flowers in, but I think that's stuck. Yeah, I just thought it was best. I'm just going to, you know, I want to use all these Edith Holden pages anyway, so I thought I'm just going to cover things. So just cut around there. I bet you're thinking, oh, this is a thrilling video. She's just gluing and sticking and cutting. But yeah, that's sort of the goal really, is just to keep things really simple. We'll keep some of the nicer scraps, of course. So just pop that in there. There we go. So just some flowers on there, and then of course could be added add a butterfly to it or something. So I just want to get it built up, and then I'll think about how I'm going to decorate. But yeah, butterfly, label, something like that would be just fine. Just bring in the ink a little bit more. What's that? Okie dokie. So that is my pocket. I'm just going to run some glue there, just where I haven't glued it amazingly well before. There we go. I'm just going to go ahead and glue that 2 sides. And yeah, as I say, I'll cover up the barcode with a label or something, but I'll get the pages built up first and then we'll do all of the decorating together, because then I can bring out my tray of bits and bobs. So I'm just giving that a little bit of a border because, you know, the whole point of using this packaging was I liked the back of it, so, well, I liked the front of it as well, but yeah, I didn't want to cover up everything, so just a little bit of a border there. There you go. Simple, simple. I'm excited for how this is all gonna look when I'm finished. Okay, so put that to one side. Okie dokie, so I need to remember I'm going to have like a protection on each page for where I put the holes in. So this is where the holes is going to go. This is where the side tuck is going to be. So I only want the reinforcer either. So I either want it on one side, so on the front, for example, or I could maybe have it inside the envelope, or have one piece on the front and then this piece be hidden inside. The reason I'm doing that is just because obviously I'm using packaging and stuff. This just gives this more protection for when we punch the holes, makes it last longer, etc. Okay, decision made. I'm going to do the Ringbound journal differently this time, where I'm actually going to hide my protectors inside each of the pages. So I'm using a lot of, you know, envelopes and packaging and various things, and I'm thinking I could get away with hiding them, and then it's still protected, so that's nice and strong there where the holes are going to go, but it's not going to affect, you know, I'm not going to lose pictures and things. So I'm going to do that first. So I'm going to join this together. So as I say, this is very different from how I did the very first Ringbound journal, but I think this will just work better for Edith Holden, whilst still keeping everything nice and strong and sturdy. So yeah, I'm feeling better about this. Okie dokie. And then I just want to pop this inside the envelope. She says. So I'll use the Kalau because it gives me sliding room, you know. Okay. And we just want to tuck that in. And then I'm just going to, whoops, butt it up against the edge without going over the flap of the envelope. That's it. And then when we come to do the side tuck, this will be covered, and the flap is the side tuck. So that's what we're doing there. Okie dokie. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. I'm going to use the Kalau. And again, I want to get the best of the picture, so I'm going to, you know, slip and slide with the Kalau and then just cut around the whole envelope. Obviously I have to be very careful not to cut into the envelope or anything, so again, just holding it up. So I want the whole thing covered. There we go. That's it. Isn't that a nice size? I lose, you know, hardly any part of the image at all. It's very nice. Okay. So yeah, a bit of an unconventional way to make a journal maybe, but that is the joys of a Ringbound journal. So as I say, I'm being very careful to cut along there and not cut into the flap. That is the joys of a Ringbound journal. You can, yeah, it's less conventional. That's the whole point of it, I suppose. So you can kind of go with the flow. But yeah, as I say, I do have a series making the Tim Holtz Ringbound journal where essentially the strips that I was putting along each page to protect where the holes were going to go. I had those so that you could see them, which looked quite smart, I must say, because they were all in the, you know, the cream card. But I think for this one, I don't want to cover up any of the Edith Holden, so I think I'd actually prefer to hide them this time. Okay, see that? It's most of that image there. Just lost a little bit of the text down there, but I think I could probably decorate that up so you'd never know. Okay, so that's that. There we go. Very much a craft along, if it wasn't obvious. If it wasn't obvious at all. As I said, that's why I wanted to go a page at a time, because then I could just, you know, focus on each page being exactly how I want it. So this envelope is still open for us to pop this in. So that's how that's going to look. I might start putting, you know, some lace and stuff down once we start decorating. So again, I'm going to use the Kalau along here just so I can wiggle it inside my envelope, and then I can close that up. There we go. So this is going inside the envelope that we cut open earlier. I'm just going to slide it in as much as I can. There we are, without obviously bending the envelope or anything. And then just make sure it's hanging relatively straight. Whoop. And then again, you can see the hinge down there, but that's fine. And obviously you see part of it when everything's open, but that's okay too. Just wondering if I could get it in a little bit more. And I can obviously ink down that edge. There we go. I just didn't want to use like washi and things this time. So then I'm just going to close up this envelope, because the envelope is just a page. I'm not using it as a pocket or anything. Other than this, that's the pocket. But I didn't want a pocket and a pocket because I thought it would be, you know, too much. Because obviously these pages will be heavy once we add things into pockets and stuff. So that's that. Okay, and then we've got, so I've got that already, so I need to remember that I'm going to put holes in this, so I don't need that anymore. So I thought to use this purple flower as to decorate the envelope and have that be the, essentially the side tuck. So, need my trimmer again. Whoop. So I know that I want to cut down there. Okay, so let's see, just see where I'm cutting. So again, I'm just holding it up to the light to see where things are. So I want to cut just about there. Come in a little bit. There we go. Okay, right. Again, I don't measure, so it might take me a little while to do things, but that's okay. So I'm just going to, so that I don't chop into that other side too much, because I'm sure I could use that for something. Just double check. Yeah, fine. So I'm just going to chop it down and then go from there. So I don't want to come any more on this side, I don't think. Again, I'm just looking. Actually, I think I do. Okay, so chop down there. Yeah, I'm just trying to get this purple flower in the middle of my flap, basically. That's what I'm trying to do. And just a little bit off the bottom. Okay. And then I think I'll just stick it down and then just cut around it like I've been doing, because as I say, I don't like measuring because I end up getting things in the wrong place and stuff. So I'm just going to ink the parts that I need to get to, so that side and there. So yeah, a very unconventional way to make a journal, but you know, essentially it's fun because it feels a little bit like, you know, when you're making ephemera and you've got, you know, flips and different things, you can just be, you know, working with the page that you've got. So in this case, an envelope and a piece of packaging, and you just start, you know, building up your pages from there. Now we do need to remember we are going to have holes in this envelope flap for the rings, but it's not going to eat into the pocket too much. It'll still be a decent sized side pocket. And in fact, I would even argue that you could use the envelope flap. I don't think I need to cut this down too much more, to be honest. Like, I'm not going to cut it to the size of the envelope flap, I've decided. So I'm just going to take off a smidgen. So it was the envelope flap that decided it was going to be a side tuck. That's sort of how I got to this point. And yeah, as I say, I'd rather actually just keep the bulk of that picture, like so. Okay, so I just want to get some ink down here. I really hope it's clear what I'm doing. I appreciate that this kind of craft along video is very much a little bit of thinking on the spot and changing up ideas as you build the thing. But I hope that it's I hope it's clear. So I'm just going to do my thumb notch, just because I prefer how that looks when it's on the side like that, with the big punch. That's it. And then we can come along, just glue this top and bottom. Like so. And then where we will have the rings in this side, that will essentially end the pocket. You know, it will be up to that point, up to where the holes are going to be. But it's still a roomy side pocket in there. And I'm thinking, obviously I didn't want to lose, I really like that sort of shimmery cream, but it's got a little bit of like black ink on it, I think, from where it's been through the post and, you know, it's gone along conveyor belts and things. So what I might end up doing is doing a little bit of stamping or stenciling on it. That's what I'm thinking. And then just want to, whoops, just come in there and just get some ink down there. So that is that. So now we want to be decorating it. So I'm just having a little look at, closed up that envelope, yes I did. Just ink along there as well. So yeah, we're just into the decorating phase. So I'm going to go and grab my box of goodies, and then we can really turn this into something beautiful, or even more beautiful than the Edith Holden pictures, and yeah, go from there. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to get on and do the eyelets, and then yeah, just have a little bit of a think about how I was going to decorate all of this up. So On the front here with the thistles, I was thinking I'd quite like to soften the edges a little bit, where I'm thinking the crochet will help a bit. So I'm thinking sort of something like that down the edge would look quite nice. So let's go ahead and do that. And then yeah, I was just having a bit of a think about, well, various things really. You know, I don't do so well with embellishing on screen because I do I dilly-dally over decisions a lot, and I imagine it gets quite frustrating on video. So I thought I'll go ahead and make a few decisions, a few choices, and then you could just see it all come together really. So I just want to get that to stick down there. There we go. So I brought it in a little bit because I don't want to be in the way of the rings. Sorry, I'm just bringing it to me so I can chop along the top and bottom. There we go. Yeah, I do need to stick that better, but I'll fiddle about with that after. And then yeah, I'm just going to be very simply adding a label. So I like it down here. There we go. I think that looks really nice there. Brings out some of the brown from the eyelets. And, you know, if you imagine this is Edith Holden's, you know, journal where she collects her specimens and things and, you know, tucks things into the pockets and stuff. You know, she would write the date there of when she saw the thistles. That's kind of the idea for this whole project really, is what I'm going for. Okay, I'm just putting the glue on. And then yeah, I thought, let me just take that out of the pocket. I thought I could probably, I know it's probably crochet overload, but I do feel like I want to soften up the edge of that pocket. So again, I'm just going to run some crochet along here. And then I just want to cover up the barcode basically. So I'm just going to leave that to stick. I'm just bringing it in a little bit, there we go. Yeah, sorry if you can't really see what I'm doing. I've got this big box next to me. This is where I keep all my floral things now for decorating. And yeah, I don't really realise how big it is on screen. So yeah, I'll just trim that up. But I've got this little label which has got chamomile tea written on it. I know it's from a different book, a different artist, but it's got the daisies and things. So I thought we could use that. And I imagine a lady like Edith Holden would, you know, collect things in order to make, you know, elderflower cordial and stuff like that, really. So just pop that there. It just about covers up the white, just. It's not perfect, but it will do. And then little butterfly. And we've got a bit of purple in the butterfly because we've got purple from the flowers up in on the pocket up here. So that will bring in some more purple. And then of course we've got all the butterflies there, so that sort of mirrors that a little bit. There we go. Okay, so hopefully that crochet is stuck down, so I can come in and carefully just snip across here. Yeah, I probably should have thought about these things before, like gluing pockets and whatnot, but that's me all over. And to be honest, I don't like decorating until I've seen everything together as like one whole picture, because I do think it you know, it does help when you can see everything together, and it helps me make decisions anyway. So yeah, just, there we go. Just covering the edges of this pocket. That's it. Obviously I'll have to neaten up things after. And then, yeah, I've just got this check to go in here. So like once you add things into pockets, I think it changes it up as well quite a bit. And then I've just got this little blue tit, which just neatening up a little bit. And then I thought I would, it's absolutely tiny, sweeping down amongst the flowers. So you're going to go somewhere there. That's it. There you go. And then I did think, again, crochet overload, crochet on every page, and I might need to buy some more crochet. I'm going to do that. But I wondered if I should be putting crochet down here because we've got, and I should probably move this now. Hang on. Otherwise I'm going to absolutely knock it flying. Where we've cut into the word, well, where I've cut into the words a little bit, I thought maybe I could do this, and then when this is closed, it gives everything a little bit of an edging, which I don't know if it's crochet overload. That's my only hesitation with it, is it's crochet there, 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 and there. But I do feel like it's missing something without it. So I might take that decision away, sit with it for a bit. I do think I'm probably going to add it, but I want to take that decision away and have a sleep on it, and then decide. But for the most part, I think that's all looking good now. So there's the label, little bits on that page. There's a little blue tit, look. I don't think I need to add anything there apart from, as I say, maybe the crochet, but that's the full, almost the full picture, so I don't want to do anything there. And then on the other side, I was just testing with popping some stuff in the pockets, because again, I really think it completely changes how a page looks. I probably do a bit of stenciling on the back, but I don't think I'm going to add anything here. I thought maybe I would add like stickers, so when you pull the stuff out, there's something to look at. But I really don't think it needs it. I think this is absolutely fine. So I've just got, that'll be a journal card. I've got a little notepad and some tickets. And honestly, I think that is absolutely fine once we've done a little bit of stenciling, which yeah, I'll do later. I think it's going to be, you know, just fine. I don't feel the need to add anything to it. So there we go. That is the first page, pretty much, apart from that decision about the crochet, sorry. That's the first page pretty much done. So let's pop it in, see how it's all going to look. So as I say, I've got different sized pages. So this one was going to sit sort of towards the bottom. Like so. There we go. That is the first page. So we've got a little bit of a flip out, like so, and then obviously you turn it over and then you've got your bits and bobs. And then yeah, we'll have the next page. So this is what I mean about the different sizes. So when this is closed, you can see, you know, the top of the envelope here, you can see a bit there to the edges. It's all going to be very much layered like this. So yeah, that is my first page done. There we go. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this take shape. It's going to be really fun just to take it a page at a time and just, you know, see it progress. But yeah, of course, yeah, being Edith Holden, I'm already loving it. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed seeing that come together. I hope that the video was clear enough about what on earth I was doing. And yeah, I'll catch you for the next video, hopefully, which will be, yeah, I think I've only got about 7 or 8 pages. So, you know, we'll get through it fairly quickly, I think. And obviously being the Edith Holden, it doesn't want a huge amount of decorating. It's just bits and bobs here and there. So there you go, that is it. I will say goodbye. I'll have a think about this crochet. Maybe, we'll see. And yeah, I look forward to catching you on the next one. Bye bye for now.